Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to another episode of Life Unscripted. I hope you are excited because it's a new dawn. I mean, it's a brand new day. I don't know about you. You know, when you say good morning at any time of the day, it means that that is when you wake up. So for me, this is a new dawn. And I have a remarkable experience that made me to say that it's not because of the time of the day. And I hope that you are enjoying yourself. Okay. Basically, this is Life Unscripted. And in Life Unscripted, I show you how you can become a student for life beyond academic sessions so that you can be able to accomplish more in less time, so that you can be able to also attain sustainable and optimum success. So if it is your first time on my channel, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to get a notification when the next content drops. And if it's your first time on Facebook, go ahead and click on that follow button because that is one of the best decisions you're going to make in your life this year and beyond. And I'm going to share with you why in the series. Okay. Incredible. Basically, today is the final part. Of course, that I promised you I'm going to share my lessons that I learned in February 2025. It has been an incredible ride. Okay, so one of the lessons I learned, which is the final part, is very, very critical. Like I told you, the fifth one is massive, right? It's what I call whatever you do in life, major more on laws than your emotions. I'm going to share with you something. You know why? If you don't obey laws, right? If you don't obey laws, those things is going to happen to you, even with your ignorance of not knowing them, of not allowing the laws to guide you. Now, let's take for instance, when it comes to Isaac Newton's law of motion, the third Newton's law, it says that action and reaction is equal and opposite. It applies in different phases of life. For instance, if I didn't do you anything and you're walking on the road, right? And of course, the moment you now come, you stamp on my feet. The probably depending on whatever it is, you look at the person somehow. Sometimes you tend to hit the person because you are reacting to that action. So reacting to that action is not just about your emotions, but about the law you are obeying. But if you're not paying attention to this law, what is going to happen is that you can even slap someone, right? You can even slap someone who you doesn't know whether he or she is healthy or not, and the person dies on the spot. So whether or not you are trying to claim right, that you are trying to retaliate, right? Or you are trying to show the person I can pepper them, because you don't understand some certain kind of laws that guide that particular action that requires your wisdom. All right. That is why you are able to get into trouble. Same thing happens in companies, in offices. There are a lot of people, the moment you disobey the law, and the essence of putting laws, rules, is to be able to guide behavior, is to be able to affect dispositions of people and be able to help them know how they can be able to work around it. It's not about how you feel, but what does the law say? So whether or not you like your president or not, by virtue of the law and the rules guiding the things, he just have to be there whether or not you like it. So I've come to understand this personally in my life, that no matter how I feel about something, I should always put at the back of my mind, what did the law say? And the moment I began to put in my mind what the law says, you will see that I'm going to apply wisdom to know how to navigate that particular situation, that particular person, or that particular thing at different times and season. It's one of the things that I have learned. So when people slap me, I will check, yes, I can slap this person back. But if I kill this person while trying to retaliate, what would be the consequences? All right. What law applies to that particular thing? So beyond the way I feel, I will just try and tell the person. Sometimes people, when you come into places, you are expecting that the people will treat you well. Whether or not you treat you well, at some point you will understand that one of the laws guiding when people don't treat you well is that they are sending a message that probably you don't mean a lot to them, or you are not that important to, you are not worthy of that particular treat. So whether or not you like it and they have chosen to do that to you, you should be able to, focusing on the law, you can be able to capture the message to know what to progress on and what to work on. So understanding that as a human being, yes, we have our emotions right here, but when we disobey the law, we will bear the consequences. That's why in the word of God, right? No matter what you do, right? The ancient pattern will always follow you through. That's why the people of God will perish because they don't know these laws. What is the ancient pattern? The ancient pattern is that you first of all know, be before you do. But because any venture that you want to start, you always focus on doing to have before you start knowing. And so that is why so many companies don't last, because they are not obeying the laws. It's not that these people, they are very passionate to be able to do a lot of things, but because they are not obeying the law, that's why they will look like village people is following them, but there is no such thing as village people. So if you're that kind of person, always pay attention to the law. The law will compel you to research. Research will help you develop the habit of study. Through study, you can be able to gain information. Through acting on information and analyzing them, you get knowledge. From knowledge, you can be able to work on them to get results. And that improves your level of wisdom and understanding about your approaches about life. This is how life works. Until you get to understand these things, you always get frustrated in every venture that you put into. What are the laws that are guiding whatever thing that you want to do? Apply those laws. There are rules to wealth. There are principles to everything you want to achieve. The only thing that you have to, and this principle, they are not respecter of emotions. So the only thing you have to do is to actually obey these laws. So anytime that you are asking, why does the rich marry the rich? Why does the poor marry the poor? Why does the rich don't want to associate with the poor? That's why you need to pay attention to the principles. You need to study and see what is going on. And then when you begin to apply those rules and apply those laws, you are on your way to be able to get things done, regardless of the way you feel. So most of the time, when you have that belief, oh, I strongly believe, that's why some Christians, most of the time when they believe, they don't get the results in accordance with their belief. Why? Because they lack the knowledge of the laws that are guiding. From that, they don't even know what to act upon. That's why even when we are asked to pay our 10% as tithe, we are not told of what to do with our 90%. And because we don't understand the rule of money management, we always make money, but the money vanishes. What are the laws of money? You want to find out. So beyond the way you feel, because people spend money on impulse, beyond the way you feel, you need to understand the law that are guiding the things. That way you can now be able to navigate life from a higher sense of intelligence and wisdom, beyond the way you feel. Because at the end of the day, the right feeling is what your result creates. So anytime you want to take action, you are taking action from a point of knowledge, and that gives you a sense of certainty to actually go all out. All right. So today, you should also learn this lesson from me. I am already applying them and I am seeing the difference. So it's also an opportunity, gaining this light, to also go back to pick up the discipline of a pen and a paper to rewrite your script. That's why the first thing we do in Confident Global Champions is to be able to give you a level of clarity, because self-awareness is the beginning of any accomplishment or achievement in life. You want to actually gain those things, but the pattern, you are not obeying them. You need to start from the very beginning of knowing to become before you can be able to do as well as have. On your quest for clarity, don't even run into confusion by running into the wrong space. Let us teach you how you can be able to build credible connections and also have the opportunity in the platform to connect with industry experts and professionals that are willing to help you, give you brand support that you need to start out, even if you don't know how to start anything. All right. So these are the things that we have made available for you, and even more. By the time you get into the inner space, you are able to be exposed. Even if you have any questions, of course, click the link in the description of my channel and ask that question, or you click the link on my bio on Facebook right now, or you type CGC in the comment section. Don't forget, you shouldn't be the only one here. Share this particular message to your friends, your concubine, your enemies, your neighbors, whatever that is, your network particularly, because the envy is less when everyone is succeeding. You either tag them in the comment section or you copy the link and share. And don't forget to subscribe for more, because we are bringing in a lot of things for you. I still remain your friend. And your go-to-get entrepreneur and founder of Confidence Motivation. In the next episode of Life Unscripted. Don't forget that it is time for you to live the life you are proud of and not the one people recommend. Bye for now.